Growing up, Mike was always the kid to be around. Loud, funny, and easy to get along with. But as he got older, he didn't make the best decisions. He started to drink heavily, and in January of 2012, his life was completely changed. He hopes for you to learn from his mistake. This is his story.
My name is Assefa, 20 years old, and this is what it feels like to be on the wrong side of making bad decisions. Back on January 28th, I went down to SIU, Southern Illinois in Carbondale, for Polar Bear, which is pretty much like an all-day thing. We just party, pretty much binge drinking all day, go to bar since like 10 a.m. By the time we got there, I was pretty much drunk out of my mind. And about, I would say 11 o'clock, that's when we started heading to the bars, me, my friends, a couple girls. What happened was I had been separated from my group, and I had gotten onto a bus trying to head home to the apartment that my stuff was at. But the mistake I made was I had told the bus driver the wrong apartment complex that I was going to. So when I got off the bus, I was alone because my friends had already went back around midnight, and I was kind of knocking at the wrong place. Like, yo, let me in. Where's my buddy at? And like, yo, Mike, this isn't the right place. What are you doing? And I realized, these train tracks, they go straight to where I'm headed. They go exactly where I'm headed, And what I tried to do was, I tried to run alongside, what I should have done is run alongside the train and try to grab on, hold like a conductor and just like let it take me with the momentum. But in the state that I was in, I ran straight at it, and in between two cargo cars, one of my legs got struck and kind of just threw me. Other leg got crushed. My right femur was broken, kind of like a jagged edge right there. My tendons and all my right knee was all replaced. My right ankle was dislocated and broken. And obviously my left leg was severed from below the knee. The last thing I remember was running towards the train and trying to jump onto it, trying to get a free bus ride pretty much. So that didn't work out in my favor, obviously. They ambulanced me down to St. Louis University, who pretty much just like, I don't know, I owed them my life. They restored so much faith in me, and just the staff there was amazing, and they helped me so much. But when I arrived, on arrival, I was so unstable that they had to induce me into a coma. But for some reason, I knew exactly what happened, because like most of the doctors thought I would have amnesia, or like I would have had PTSD from like getting hit by a train. But I knew exactly what happened. I knew exactly what was gone. I looked at my dad and I was just like, Dad, it's okay. It's all part of God's plan. Like I don't even talk like that usually. I was like, it's all part of God's plan. Things happen. And then he's just crying, my mom's crying, they're like, he finally woke up. And my sister's crying, holding my hand. She's like still touching the blanket, trying to see, like, she's like, wait a minute, your leg's not there? And she like couldn't understand, she like couldn't fathom that my leg wasn't there. And I looked at my sister, she's sobbing, and I was just like, hell, girls don't like amputees. And I just went back to sleep. Now I'm looking at it about here, and he's telling me we got to go at least another 3 inches. And that's when I lost it, man. I just lost it. I couldn't take it. I was like, 19 years of my life, and now I'm gonna have no foot, no knee, and I don't know. I couldn't deal with it. Now when my friends call me, which I have dwindled down to a significantly smaller number, I just start to realize the smaller things in life, like who your friends are, why they're your friends, and what they do for you. Because I mean, friendship is a give and take relationship. Another thing is, I value my family so much more now than I used to. I used to take it for granted. I used to just get annoyed with my mom just trying to baby me because I mean I'm the youngest, so that's just pure love, you know. And I realize that if you don't have family, if you don't have a support group, then like you're really on your own, and nobody wants to be on your own. You know what I mean? You need that support group. You need somebody there to know that, you know, somebody's got my back. Well, right now, life's a little bit different. Just like in my everyday routine. Like let's say I wake up, I gotta scoop myself onto my wheelchair, grab my towels, just toss it onto my lap, get all my supplies. I got this little shower made seat that I have to slide into my shower, you know, so I can't really stand in the shower. Nothing big, just a lot of sliding, a lot of maneuvering on my butt. Whenever I want to go upstairs, I'll have to sit down. I'll have to, you know, like push myself up backwards with my hand. I mean, that's just like the physical part. The thing that changed my life the most was just making decisions, because decisions. I'm a novice when it comes to making decisions. Good decisions at that. I usually go with the first impulse, which is usually the wrong one, unless you're wise. And one of the things I learned from my mom is a smart person learns from their mistakes, but a wise person watches others and then learns from their mistakes before they make their own. So pretty much I learned all for myself. Like, I'd be lying to you if I said like every day was easy. Like, there are hard days. Like, I try to push through for my mother, because I mean, of course she's going through it the hardest, you know. I'm like her little baby, but there are hard days. I wake up some days just angry at the world. I won't blog, but I'll like pop out my iPhone. I'll just like write down my feelings, and let me see if I have something right here. I don't even know what this says. Alright. March 16th, 2012, 10:45. 49 days, less than 2 months, but it feels like the accident was ages ago. I leapfrogged denial and the initial stage of grief and have become consumed by stage 2, anger. I'm not angry at the possibility of not dancing at my wedding or being confined to a wheelchair for the rest of my life, because in 2 months my prosthetic will be fitted and serve as my new leg. But I am angry at my mother for not holding back words that dig deep like daggers. Quotation: if you go out in your wheelchair and somebody starts shooting, your friends will leave you there and run. Nice one, Ma. My cousins piss me off when they suddenly become the old wisdom tree and preach to me, and I'm angry at food for coming out in hateful, punishing forms. It hasn't been too hard to cope with my situation, but it's a day like this where everything ticks me off. All I want is a movie, some food, and a nice-looking girl to keep me company. But for some reason, I think I'll find a way to ruin that and yell at the chick for being too unsatisfactory. Overall, pretty good day. Some days, things just don't go your way. You wake up and you're just like, fuck this. Why bother? Well, you just gotta remember, like, in the long run, like, everything passes, man. It'll pass. One college student sees this, or one person on YouTube goes out and sees this and says, wow, this kid's 20 years old, sophomore in college, goes out and parties every night, says, man, I do this shit every weekend. That's the same shit I do. I go harder than this kid. What is he talking about? But if he sits down and realizes, like, damn, he lost his leg just by getting a little bit too drunk. If that one kid could just decide not to take that extra shot, decide to put down that beer, not do that extra gargoyle kickstand, then maybe that kid won't make the same mistake that I did. And if that's what happens, then I'll feel like that my experience did not go in vain, and that I actually helped somebody, you know? Because I mean, this has hurt my family so much. Why should I let this go silent and not help somebody else? You know, if I could save another family from this much hurt, then by all means, I'd love to. It's okay. It's all part of God's plan. It's okay, Ma. I love you. Kind of gave her a little smile.
Everything passes, man. It'll pass.